Okay, guys, please allow me the pleasure of explaining to you the chaos that was my existence in making this bodice. Last we left off, I was just about to finish, like, the little nuances of actually putting it together. We did a little fitting. We talked about how important it was to, wear the right undergarments for the dress that you're making. Like, i.e., if you were, going to a bridal fitting, like, you're going to want to wear the right bra, the right undergarments, the right long line, whatever it is. So that way the dress itself fits appropriately on you, because it's not about the clothing, it's about the undergarments that help create shape and form. So for this one, I was wearing the 1860s corset that I made. I made the corset in a day. So if you guys are interested in it, I'm going to do a whole YouTube video on that. But all in all, I was like so thrilled with how this actually fit. And I also did a whole video on how I made this belt, and I was just trying to fit like where I was going to put the hook and eye on it. And overall, like, I was like, oh my God, this looks so good. I clearly was made for 1860s silhouette. Like, you know what I mean? Them hips, girl. So I transferred all of my pins so that way I could understand like where I needed to sew the hook and eyes. And then I also read the pattern where it said you could either do a facing or you could just like fold it over and sew. So I just did the easy thing, which was like fold it over and sew. Doing a facing would definitely like clean line it better and like make it last longer. But I only had 6 days to make this, which you guys are well aware of. So then I had to sew the inch trim of velvet ribbon on. This is the moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this, but I also have to hand sew it, and it's 1:30 in the morning. There were moments in this time period where I was like, man, I really definitely could have just like, worked a little harder in the previous days to make this happen easier. And Lulu was definitely about that. She was like, I'm sleeping on the velvet, literally. And Elvis was like, you are not paying enough attention to me. I have not seen you, Mom, in a week. And I get it, like sometimes it's just hard. It's hard being a working mom. You know what I'm saying? LOL, please don't cancel me. I'm just like trying to make a light moment of the cat facts. My cats were literally like so attention deprived. Oh my God. You can see in Elvis's face that he was just not having it. So with the ruffles, let's take a moment to talk about the ruffles. These were like 17 circles, 4 big circles and 2 little circles that I had to sew together in a way that I did not literally understand. I actually had to do this twice. The first time I did it, I absolutely messed it up. I sewed the circles on top of themselves and they did not accordion out. And I had to redo it so I would understand how the accordion style happened. At the event on Saturday, when Megan Tatum Miller was explaining how her grandmother-in-law figured out how to do this, I was like, I literally do not understand how she figured this out from looking at the garment, because I'm reading her instructions and I'm still messing it up. We will talk about that in a later video. And then my buttonhole decided to die. So I couldn't do the actual like trim the way that the film does it, where it like feeds in and out of buttonholes. But I just was like, you know what? I need the velvet trim on the ruffles and I can't not do that. So I decided to pivot, which is what you do in the last minutes of the last hour. You just decide to make it work, baby. What does Tim Gunn say? Just make it happen, make it work. I don't know. Feed it to me in the comments. But once I put the belt on and I saw the ruffles, I was like, oh my God, this